Ghosts of Leafs Trade Deadlines Past Part 2. This is a trivia segment. First off, I just want to say shout out to Buy Optimizers who are bringing you this video and all of our trade deadline coverage today. If you're struggling with sleep, they're an all-natural way for you to get a little bit more sleep, get into that deep REM sleep, and get in quickly without any of the sleep hangover stuff or the reliance on getting back to sleep. This is the whole point, is that it's all natural. You don't get addicted to this stuff.
Now,
okay?
Adam, I gotta ask: is the promo code honk? I'm so tired.
No, you messed up a word.
No,
you can't keep going.
It's not even 11
You're
a.m.
done.
Is the promo kid.
You're done.
Buyoptimizers.com/dangle. Who could use some sleep and use the promo code DANGLE
Bro, what?
during checkout? 10%.
Kid?
Promo kid. Is a promo kid.
I don't want to play anymore.
Now, it's great because these are going to get progressively harder throughout the day.
Oh, no.
Now, one thing I am going to make easier on you guys, the first time we did this, and you should check out the first video, is I made you remember the draft pick years.
That was ridiculous.
Which is
so
ridiculous.
hard.
But
Yeah.
the reason I did that is because the trades were relatively recent.
God.
Okay.
As we reach further into the past, the mists of time can kind of cloud your memory. So I'm not going to make you do that. But these trades are harder. And remember the rules, okay? Every asset is worth a point. And I will give you the year that it happened, the date that it happened, and how many points are on the board.
How many points do we have right now?
You have, out of a total of 11 points, you have 6.
Hey, that's a passing grade.
Passing grades, not bad. Now, again, I said this is the medium round.
D for degree.
Okay.
Let's get at it.
All right. So here we go. On February 18th, 2011, Boston and Toronto finalized this deal after some initial confusion. There are 4 points on the board for this deal.
Yes.
Now, do you remember? I don't remember the initial confusion.
The initial confusion is Boston thought they were getting a first-round pick in this deal because, as the legend goes, I believe Pete Chiarelli and Brian Burke were at a bar and figured out this trade at a bar. And as a result, there was some confusion as to what draft pick was going where.
Okay.
What the Boston Bruins received in return was Tomas Kaberle.
That's 1 point.
They got Thomas Kaberle. The Leafs received a prospect in Joel Colburn.
2 points.
The Leafs received, I believe, was it no, it wasn't another prospect. I want to say it was a first-round pick and a second-round pick.
4 points, gentlemen.
Let's go! I
4
think one of the
points.
picks was conditional, but I'm not going to...
It was. The second rounder was conditional.
There it is.
Wow. There should be bonus points for that. That was great.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you this. When you look at this deal, Tomas Kaberle was towards the end of his career and did play somewhat of a role with Boston in the finals, but he wasn't like... He did win his cup, but he wasn't great there.
One of my favorite bits of trivia, every single member of the Bruins roster played at least 10 minutes in Game 7 of the 2011 Stanley Cup Final, except Thomas Kaberle.
Okay, so but here's my question. Why would Boston get a first rounder?
Exactly, right? Exactly.
That's definitely a screw up on Chiarelli's end.
Which I imagine Brian Burke screamed into the phone the next day.
Hungover.
I'm giving you Thomas Kaberle. Are you stupid?
It was cool to see the reunion Thursday night against the Leafs.
Yeah, was it cool, Jesse?
It was.
It was cool. You liked it?
Having Brad Marchand throw on the 2011 jersey, and then when he was in pregame skate, he had thrown back on today's jersey. It was fun.
And then throw a shoulder directly into the brain of a first liner. Good stuff.
Okay. So we're going to go to January 31st, 2010. The Leafs and Ducks made this trade. The Leafs and Ducks have traded a lot over the years.
How many points?
3 points on the board.
I got it.
Oh, there you go.
The Leafs acquired J.S. Jaguar.
1 point.
And they traded Jason Blake and Vesa Toskala.
That's 3 points on.
Yes! Yes!
Now, let's put a little context to this. Vesa Toskala, who was brought in to be the goaltending savior after goaltending savior Andrew Raycroft didn't work out.
Yes.
when their goaltending savior, who should have stuck around, Vesa Toskala, played for Boston.
Mm-hmm.
He was not really the marquee part of this deal. Jason Blake, who a former 40-goal scorer, who had done well with the Leafs, but the Leafs were just bad.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be that was the major piece here.
It was 3 bad contracts. They were all players making too much money. The Leafs traded 2 players who weren't making as much as Jaguar and took on Jaguar, who ended up being okay for them.
He almost brought them to the playoffs.
Almost.
You went on a run. There was
Almost
a run.
is doing a lot of work there. He was fine. He was fine. Almost is doing a lot of work there.
Okay.
You know, it was classic Leafs signing Jason Blake after his 40-goal season,
Oh.
and then him never doing anything remotely close to that ever again.
You know what? If
24, I think he had 24 max.
After that, the peak was 25 2 years later.
Oh, that was a tough year.
And then 10 goals, 6 goals, 16 goals, 7 goals.
Now, he did battle cancer all throughout his
Mhm.
first year with the Leafs. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, one of his first years, either his first or second year with the Leafs, is one of the first years they started tracking like analytics. And it actually, the numbers smile upon him. But part of me wonders, I know gaming Corsi is not a thing, but I got to go to a few Leaf games that season. Lot of shots from not very dangerous spots.
All right. Now we've got one more in the mid round. And I'm going to tell you that the last round is painfully tough. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give you 2 more. There will only be 2 trades in the last round. So I got 2 more trades for you this round. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So in 2003,
Oh my God.
the Leafs
Okay.
made this simple deadline deal with the Montreal Canadiens.
For a defenseman.
No.
You couldn't be faulted for that because Komisarek did become a Leaf, but that was free agency.
2003?
2003. I remember screaming in my car when this happened.
Yeah, this was Doug Gilmore.
That's one
Oh,
point.
there you go.
What
Yeah,
did they trade for him?
Oh, it was not much. I think it was a draft pick,
You are correct.
and I think it was a 4th.
Close.
Oh,
3rd?
6th.
Oh, 6.
that's not close.
That wasn't, yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't close.
I
Shoot,
think
all
4th
right.
and 6 is pretty close.
Ah,
No,
I
not
could have done
really.
worse.
Okay.
I could've done worse.
There's only 7 options.
Yeah. Now I want to tell you.
Shut up.
It was pretty far off.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. Now you guys have only missed one this
You
round,
guys,
which is amazing.
that's Steve.
This was Steve. And I know
Oh,
the further
sorry.
back it's
Okay.
more and more difficult because Steve's got the memory of he's just crazy with this.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take you back to 1999 now. Jesse, how old were you in
Oh.
1999?
8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steve and I were 11.
Okay.
Okay.
We've established our ages.
And this was a big, big trade. Sorry, Steve. In January 1999, the Leafs and Islanders made this swap. There are 4 points on the board.
Oh, okay. So I'm pretty. What date?
January 1999. January 9th, if you want to be specific.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I know what the deal is. Remembering all 4 parts is real difficult. This was
You probably could get a few of the parts.
yeah. The Leafs, the Leafs acquired Brian Berard.
1 point.
The Leafs traded Felix Potvin.
2 points. And
to
thank
the
God for that.
Islanders. Shut up. Now what were the other? I don't remember there being 2 parts to the deal. Brian Berard was really highly touted, so I imagine the Leafs sent a draft pick to the Islanders.
They did.
I'm gonna say might have even been a first.
No.
No?
You don't think so, Jesse?
I don't think it's a first. That's a little much.
Considering Felix the Cat was supposed to solidify their defense and their
That's
goaltending.
true.
Well,
I mean, he was only 6-7 years into his career at that point. That's when
Is your
first
instinct,
overall pick.
Is
Brian
your
Berard.
instinct first round pick? Let's go with
I'm
that.
gonna regret this. Let's switch to a second.
I'm gonna go with a first.
You suck at it.
No, we're on the same team.
You're on the
so-
same
No,
team.
we're on the same team. Whatever you think.
There are 4
Second.
pieces. There are 4 pieces. So what would
Oh.
how would this have gone? 4
Yeah,
points on the
do it
board.
first.
You've got 2, and I did let slip that there is a draft pick involved at least. And I'm giving you these hints because
So there's 4 pieces, and what do you have so far?
you've got 2 of them.
Did the Leafs get a
Oh,
second?
just Berard and
Did-
Potvin.
Did the Leafs get a player?
They got Berard.
No, other than Berard.
No.
I'm going to say the Leafs gave up a second and acquired a fifth.
Now, what's so interesting about pre-cap trades is none of them make sense, especially when it comes to picks.
Okay.
So you guys only did get 2 out of 4 on this one.
Shoot.
The Leafs and Islanders, for some reason, swapped 6th-round picks that year with the trade.
What?
That
Come
doesn't make
on.
sense.
Like, I don't know. I don't even know why you do that, because it's like, okay, so the Leafs finish a little higher than the Islanders. You're talking about 10 to 15 spots in the 6th round. Who cares?
I'm just surprised that sound came out of me.
Now, if Kyle Dubas was the GM, he would have traded that pick down, by the way.
Loves this guy.
Okay, so the last one, and this round is over, but I just want to let you know that round 3 of Leafs trade deadline pass is going to be painful.
Excruciating.
Excruciating. There will only be 2 trades, and we will do that next.